Welcome everyone to the family-friendly pony podcast show. I am your host, Madhog Master.
You want me to introduce myself, right?
Oh gee, I don't know. Like, what do you think was the awkward pause for? You nimwit?
I'm SC2 Nightmare.
Yes, and once again we are without the VAR this week too, because he's still on vacation. And to top it all off, SC2 here is broadcasting from his father's kitchen. That's why he sounds wronger than usual.
Oh, I'm wrong, nice.
Yes. You're also German.
Oh. Let's not get racist here, right?
I don't know if that technically counts as racism, but okay. So, you're one to
Saying
talk.
that I'm wrong because I'm German?
I said that you're wrong and German, which is worse. Anyway, enough with that. Let us not be racist about Germans. Let's be racist about Yaks.
Yes.
And that's the segue, by the way. Brilliant, isn't it? So, yes, Yaks.
Yaks.
3 of them.
Big, woolly cows.
Yaks. Me Yak, me talk like this, me proud warrior from Yakinstein. What the hell?
Yakinstein.
That's so bad. Even for the standards of this show, that's a really bad name for a place.
We have had really bad puns and stuff, but this is not even a pun.
No, not even trying. Also, what's up with the title for this episode? Party Pooped! Really? Party Pooped! I mean, as soon as I saw that title, I already was pretty discouraged about this episode. And the first 10 minutes were not, 7-8 minutes were not as encouraging as I would have wished they were. With that said, the episode gets better. In fact, it gets so much better. It gets downright hysterical, I dare say. What do you dare say?
The hysterical moments we had quite early in the episode, and since I like when they all go crazy, it was not so bad, but...
Well, unfortunately you have to endure the Yaks.
Yes, the Yaks were...
obnoxious?
That's putting it nicely.
Destructive? And also downright rude. Hey, you're someone's guest.
Has a better temper than them.
You're someone's guest. You don't go off destroying their property, which, by the way, they did not actually pay them for all the destruction. So, really, who wants to be friends with these freaking Yaks? We go back with Yakinstein. We bring more Yaks. We declare war. Because we are so offended.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
let's
sure.
Try this.
Yeah, let's...
Alicorns, the elements of harmony, discord. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go to war against those guys, you know. The Changeling Army, T-Rex, police, 4 or 5 Yaks now. That's a real threat to Equestria. But by the way, but aside from that, you do have to appreciate that Twilight Sparkle's awful mishandling of the situation almost caused a freaking war. That's absolutely hilarious. Oh, and you just have to love how Celestia looks at her that one moment. Twilight.
What did I mean?
What did I mean by declaring war?
Hilarious.
Wait, what did I mean by war? Just oops. Well, okay, but let's get to the point, which is Pinkie Pie. And this is a Pinkie Pie episode, and of course, like every other Pinkie Pie episode ever made, it's ultimately a good and funny episode. Because it's Pinkie Pie.
Yes, as soon as Pinkie Pie is alone, it's time to talk to us.
Yes, as soon as Pinkie Pie start narrating her own adventure to the land of Yakinstein in an attempt to go back there and retrieve something authentic from the place in order for the Yaks not to be jerks anymore, because even though you could see that coming a mile away. They approached the party problem all wrong. In fact, let's talk about what the actual premise is, because so far we've been all over the place. Much like this episode, really.
Yes. Oh, so, premise is the Yaks are visiting for what I presume are really peace negotiations.
It's a party! A friendship party, also.
Yeah, come on. It's officially it would be peace negotiations.
Yes, but it's a cartoon, so friendship party.
Okay, and the main six have no idea how to treat them.
Yep, and...
So they try their best to make them feel at home.
Which is the wrong approach for two reasons. One, they are not Yaks. It would be like a white man trying to be a rapper.
Oh, that goes horribly wrong if you're not Eminem.
True that. And only the funny, self-aware Eminem, by the way. Not the socially BC Eminem. That's not the right Eminem for me. I mean, for me, the right Eminem is the one that feels so empty without me. But anyway, this is the family-friendly Eminem podcast now. Back to topic. So two mistakes. One, they tried to reproduce Yak culture, even though they couldn't possibly do that. And two, the Yaks are just way too sensible about this. Even Fluttershy made them mad. Fluttershy! The Yaks, let's be honest, the Yaks are completely in the wrong here. Let's not dance around it. I mean... They
were bigger jerks than the Griffins were.
Yes! They are they are so nitpicky about how proper Yak things, Yak culture has to be represented because Yaks are really picky, that they will destroy everything around them if they're not happy. And clearly, the solution all along was to kick them out of Equestria and say goodbye and good riddance, because they're really not nice guests. But, if you want to be nice about this whole thing and constructive, if you really want to befriend them, then you have to show them what's good about your own home, instead of making them feel like they're not at home by pretending that they about their culture. That's an important lesson about, not only interracial relationship, international relationship, but also, if you have a Jewish friend... I don't know why I said that. Especially to you, since you're German. This is awful. This is turning into the...
I, in fact, have a Jewish friend.
This is turning into the insensitive racist podcast. That's not family friendly at all. Oh man, but this episode is about racism, or at least xenophobia, or at least, the way these Yaks are portrayed, which...
It has some similarities, I would say.
Honestly, the Yaks reminded me of the dwarves.
Yeah, that probably came from the braided beards. As they walked into the castle, the first thing I thought, look, they are dwarves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they had braided beards with with golden bracelets.
Yes, except they are huge, so they actually might be barbarians. But anyway,
living to the far north, beyond the northern mountain range.
Sounds like barbarians to me.
Well.
But anyway, speaking of high fantasy shenanigans. Pinkie Pie wearing a Skyrim helmet needed to exist. Remember that scene when she actually finally arrived to the capital of Yakistan, only for a sleigh-related incident to propel her completely back home, and this is a really funny episode. Did we mention that?
By the way, she brought something back from Yakistan. The
sleigh. Right, yeah, you're right about that.
Hey, everything worked out.
There is no snow in Equestria at the moment, so... Anyway.
Oh, another point. She did go the wrong way. Dodge Junction is south of Ponyville.
Geography. Oh my!
I can't help it that I have memorized the map we.
Oh no! Oh no! We just gave nitpickers all around the internet ammo right now.
Oh yes.
By the way, it was nice to see Cherry Jubilee back in action. By the way, Cherry Jubilee was actually a G1 character originally.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I did not know that.
Well, now you know, and knowing is off the pony. So, okay, the freaking story. Okay, everyone is very nervous about these Yaks. They are not happy about anything. So now everything is on Pinkie Pie's shoulder to make a party that would actually cheer them up. So for once, we are an episode in which the pressure is not put on Twilight. No, the pressure now is put on Pinkie Pie. And she reacts pretty well to the pressure, which is to say, not at all.
At first, she thinks she can handle it, but
yes, but then
turns out these Yaks are assholes.
To put it bluntly, yes. So now she makes the crazy Twilight expressions, like the giant toothy green smile that's as wide as her face. I haven't seen that in a while. Yes, crazy pony expressions are really something that we all look forward to see in an episode of this show, as weird as it may sound. Okay, so at this point, apparently, Gummy somehow gave her the idea of going to Yakistan and back in one afternoon, which is apparently possible. Thanks to Cartoon Logic 101, which is great, by the way, because it leads to those fantastic scenes in which she has these... she's narrating her own journey out loud for everyone to hear, and then apparently, off camera, she formed a band while in the Crystal Empire, and she split the band, and then suddenly she had Cadence accompanying her to the Frozen North. And it's all really funny, the way it's put together and constructed. It's really a solid put-together episode when it comes to comedy.
Oh, Pinkie Pie, you're so random.
Oh, Pinkie Pie, you're so random. Actually, no. More surreal than random.
Oh, yes.
But it's really funny. Like I said, a very discouraging beginning, but the episode gets better, and it keeps getting better up until the end. You don't even have to suffer the Yaks much, because they are out for the majority of the episode, once Pinkie's journey begins. And also, we found out Pinkie as a... do we call it a pink cave?
A secret basement chamber.
She has a party cave, and apparently she does not make cupcakes out of ponies down there. So we
can't feel happy about that.
So we busted that myth. Mythbusters, Ponyville edition. Okay, so I love that it's revealed that when it comes to partying, she's probably even more organized and meticulous about it than Twilight is with her Twilight stuff. Let's call it like that. And let's not go crazy, Twilight says at this point.
And apparently, quesadillas are too cheesy.
Yes, I don't even know what quesadillas are, but...
I think there's something... corn and beans and...
Oh, no!
Cheese?
Oh no, that's not good for the bowel movement. Not at all. Jeez, no wonder she's afraid of them. I would be afraid of them. I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my quesadillas at you. Basically, that's what you will end up with quesadillas. And enough with the scatological humor, let's wrap this up, because, wow, this was really a short podcast.
It was. We didn't get carried away very much.
No, this is a pretty straightforward affair. It has a build-up, a payoff, It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It knows what it wants to be. It goes all the way with the Pinkie Pie related shenanigans and the humor, the kind of slapstick surreal humor that we don't see all that often in the show, and when we do get to see it, it's glorious, indeed. And it's a welcome change of pace. So...
Yeah. During the first half, I was thinking, oh god, do we get another bad episode? This can't be. Two in a row.
Yes, I was afraid of that too, actually.
And then it picked up the pace.
Yes, and then Pinkie's crazy facial expressions of nervousness happened, and honestly, this episode could have been carried by Pinkie's facial expressions alone. Not even counting Twilight's own facial expressions. Really, this is an episode that can be carried out by goofy and funny facial expressions, other than the slapstick and the comedy and the surrealism and the Pinkie Pie narrating her own adventure, and the freaking sleigh incident, which was all kinds of funny. And of course, a pony wearing Skyrim helmet. Because, yeah.
That needed to be.
I think everyone would have preferred Fluttershy with the Skyrim helmet, because it's already a meme. But,
Fusroyer?
Fusroyer, yes. There are t-shirts sold of that.
I need one.
I don't. Anyway, Yaks. We don't like them yak folks. They can go back to their own country. We don't need them in our country. This is Equestria. Dang it. Dang nabbit. Yeah, and...
Well, there was one more. This creature, Pinkie met.
Oh, yeah, that... Like a cross between the abominable snowman and a jaguar. He looked kind of cool, I want to say.
I was surprised. I have no idea what it is supposed to be.
I don't know, but I really like the face he made when he saw Pinkie Pie coming back with the sleigh. No! It was subtle, but it's more those attention to details that really makes your episode whole. So yes, this was Party Pooped. Worst title ever for an episode that's actually much better than it had probably any right to be, considering the beginning.
Yes.
So,
a pretty decent episode.
Pretty decent. It's a Pinkie Pie episode. Usually you don't go wrong with a Pinkie Pie episode. I like every single Pinkie Pie-centric episode, and this is no difference. So yes, final thoughts?
The first half is where, and the second half is yay.
Where and yay. I guess we're done. Yak yakety yak yakety yak 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 yakety 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 yak 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 yakety yak yak yak.
Yak.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good thing I was talking a foreign language with the yak 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 in there. Otherwise, they would have to censor me.